That's a really cool building right there. Nice cathedral. Very cool. Look at this one here. It's pretty tall.
Alright folks, can everybody hear me okay? Alright, here we go. Let's go have some fun. Now my name is Dietrich and I'll be your guide today. Welcome to Go Where Your Cruises. Now we'll start with the safety rules. Okay folks, safety first. Now first, folks, there's no trouble standing on the boat. Now if you want to stand for a picture real quick, I get a great photo off too, I'm gonna. But be aware guys, we have some low bridges, so watch your heads. And we can actually start the tour right about here, folks. This is the Arneson River, this is the River Center Mall. And this is one of the newest additions to the Riverwalk. This is done back in 1988. And here at the River Center Mall, there are 125 shops, restaurants, and small boutiques here. There's over 1 million square feet of shopping space here. Shopping space, but we even have an adult daycare here at United, I think it's called Margaritaville. One place. Coming up here to the right of when I pass through the footbridge, if you look here on the right-hand side, you're going to see an 8-foot statue there. And this is the statue of Saint Anthony, or San Antonio de Padua. And this statue was a gift for the 1968 World's Fair from the Portuguese. And here to the right, if you look over the wall here, you'll see a church there. That's the steeple for St. Joseph's German Catholic Church. And this church was built in 1868 by our German-speaking immigrants here. And if you look to the left and the right on both sides there, that's the River Center Mall. When they were building this mall, they encroached on the church's property by 5 feet. Big mistake, guys. So the church sued them, and of course they won, and they were awarded $5 million. $1 million for every foot that the mall went over their property.
And on the main shed,
And right here, folks, we make this turn right here. If you look at your left in front of the boat, you see this hotel here with the square rooms. This is the Hilton Palacio del Rio, the Palace of the River. And this hotel is in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the fastest modularly built building of its size ever. They built this entire hotel from beginning to end. There's 500 rooms there. And they built this entire hotel from beginning to end in 202 working days. And when they built this hotel so fast, when they built the first 4 floors right here on site, along with the elevator shaft there in the middle was the base. And all the square rooms you see, those were being built at the exact same time, 7 miles out of town on an assembly line, and they were brought in on flatbed trucks. And when they arrived here in town, folks, every one of these rooms was fully furnished. Everything was in there. All the beds were in place, the pictures were on the walls, dressers, mirrors, TVs. Everything was ready to go in every room. All they had to do was use 2 giant cranes and stack them on top of each other like Lego blocks. And each one of these rooms weighed 70,000 pounds.
Ooh, a puppy.
At this part of the river here in front of us, this is the Arneson River Theater. And the seating is to the left, and the stage is to the right. It's an amphitheater divided by the river. And this part of the river looks familiar. If you've ever seen a movie called Miss Congeniality with Sandra Bullock, this is where they filmed the swimsuit competition. And here to the right above, this is the Briscoe Western Art Museum. And this used to be the original San Antonio Public Library from 1930 until 1968. In 1968, it was renovated and turned into the Hertzberg Circus Museum. In 2013, it was renovated again and turned into the Briscoe Western Art Museum. And this next bridge we're going to right here, this is the Bessa Street Bridge. And this bridge was built in 1890 by a British ironworks company. And there are only 6 of these bridges known to still be in existence, and 5 of them span the river line. These were built for horse and carriages. And here to the left, this is my favorite building on the river walk. It's the Tower Life building. Now it's one word, Tower Life, and it was built in 1929 and called the Smith and Young Tower. And Mr. Smith and Mr. Young were really superstitious. So they put those gargoyles all the way around the top. There's actually 16 of those. And if you look right above the second row windows here, coming up along the bottom, you're gonna see some faces there. And those faces are called grotesques. They put those there to help ward away evil spirits and make sure they made good business investments. And then I'll show you why that's my favorite building here on the river. When I pass this bridge, if you look back in the Tower Life building, it looks like a ship coming down the river. So they designed a whole front end of this building like the bow of a ship. And that's one of two optical illusions here along the Riverwalk. And right here, we're going to make this right-hand turn, and we're going to be on the deepest part of the Riverwalk here. This is all going to be 15 feet deep here in front of us. This is our flood control canal. And the rest of the river, all the way around, that's only 4 feet deep through the entire downtown area. But this part was dredged out for flood control between 1921 and 1941. Because we had a flood here back in 1921. Before this section of the river was added in, and the water was 10 feet above the street level. And look, up there from the street level, those are called love locks, like in Paris. And the tradition says, you and your love come down and you put a lock on the fence. And you both kiss the keys and you throw the keys in the river, sealing your love forever. So right now there are thousands of keys beneath us in the river. And if you look back from the other side, there's another fence on this side with hundreds more locks on it. And I used to tell people, all those keys are beneath us in the river right now. But I had to stop saying that, all those keys part. I think some of these guys might be a little unsure of themselves, shall we say. Because I realize, guys, look, if you look at your left, look, there's a lot of combination locks up there. So a lot of these guys are not throwing their keys in the river. And that cypress tree here to the right of us, that giant cypress tree, we think that's the oldest cypress tree on the Riverwalk. They think that tree's over 400 years old. Now the way they age these trees is they take a measurement of the circumference of the tree, and this tree, 4 feet off the ground, is 25 feet around at the base. So they know it's got to be over 400 years old. And right here, I'll give you a visual of what 10 feet above the street level looks like. If you look here to the left ago, this white brick building here is the Drury Inn Hotel right now. But back in 1921, when we actually had that flood, this was our CPS office, City Public Service. This is where you'd come pay your utility bill. And there was a picture in the San Antonio paper. The headlines read, ironically, the CPS office floods. The water was just below the chandeliers in there. So that's what 10 feet above the street level looks like, just below those chandeliers. Here to the right of us, this is our Aztec Theater location. And this is the third ticket office here on the Riverwalk. But you'll take the exact same tour from the exact same company and all. And this next to the footbridge we're going to go under here in front of us. Now, this has become the most popular footbridge on the Riverwalk. We call this the Selena Bridge. Now, if you folks have ever seen the movie Selena with Jennifer Lopez, this is the bridge they filmed out here. There's a scene where they're walking along the river and they come sit on a bridge. This is the bridge. I'll show you the second optical illusion here along the Riverwalk. And when I pass this bridge, if you look straight up to the left of the boat, you're going to see the old Knicks Hospital. Now this hospital was designed from the Riverwalk side to look like a flat wall. So if you look straight up here to the left of the boat, you'll see a 26-story flat wall with windows. Born here at the Knicks Hospital. Cal Burnett was born here at the Knicks, and Oliver North was born here. One of our former mayors, Henry C. Stellos, was born here. And I was born here, June 5th, 1967. Woohoo! I tell people I'm semi-famous anyway, so it kind of counts. Huh? And the hotel that right here in front of us, now this is the Hyatt Regency Hotel. And this hotel is right across the street from the Alamo. It's called the Paseo de Alamo, the passage to the Alamo. So you can walk right through the lobby here, and when you get to the street level on the other side, you'll be right across the street from the Alamo. This is the fastest way to get to the Alamo from this side of the river. You can walk right through the hotel lobby. And all this part of the river, this is called the River Square. And this is where you'll find most of the bars and restaurants here along the river. So if you folks have ever wondered, does anybody actually fall into the river? Yes, they do, folks, fall into the river. We average about 60 people every year that fall in. And they usually fall in right along in here somewhere. You know, we call those guys the Friday Nighters. And I'll also tell people, folks, now here in the downtown area, the natural flow of the San Antonio River is only 4 feet deep. And here in San Antonio, we are known to throw a party. It's called Fiesta. It lasts for 11 days. So I think they left this river 4 feet deep for a reason. And here to the right wall, this is Casa Rio Mexican restaurant. And this is the very first restaurant on the Riverwalk. They opened in 1946. coming out right here in front of us, we see two hotels coming in here. And these are both going to be Marriott hotels. The one to the left is the River Center Marriott, and the one to the right is the Riverwalk Marriott. And now when they first bought the land to build this Riverwalk Marriott, there was already a hotel right there on the site. It was called the Fairmont Hotel. And the Fairmont Hotel is on the National Historic Registry. So it's a little historic 3-story hotel. So the builders of this Marriott had a little problem. Now they couldn't just destroy that little historic hotel to put the Marriott up. They actually had to figure out how they were going to move it. So what they did was they put it on 36 giant dollies. Each one of them had 8 wheels. And they moved the whole building 5 blocks down the road to Alamo and Nueva. It took them 5 days to move that building 5 blocks. That's in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the largest building ever moved down city streets. And that little 3-story hotel weighed 3 million pounds. And if you look here to the right over the bridge here, folks, you're going to see a tower there. Now this is the Tower of the Americas. And that was the centerpiece for the 1968 World's Fair. And this tower is 750 feet high. It has a revolving restaurant and an observation deck. And that restaurant makes one full rotation in just under an hour, so you can't really feel it moving. And now right here, folks, this pretty much concludes our tour, ladies and gentlemen. So at this point, like I say, please look around, make sure you have everything with you, okay? You don't want to leave anything on the boat, like your cell phones, video cameras, shopping bags, backpacks, things like that. But now, if you do leave something on the boat, guys, don't worry, we do have a lost and found. You can retrieve your lost items at www.ebay.com. And also, guys, for a job well done, ladies and gentlemen, your tips are allowed, accepted, and greatly appreciated, folks. So thank you very much for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we hope you guys had a good time and learned a little bit of history on them, but had a good time, folks. Now, remember, if you had a good time, come back and see us. My name is Deeplich. If you didn't have a good time, my name is Pedro.